Ring is here at the Turning Stone Resort and Casino in Verona, New York, Hall of Fame weekend, and we are here with two-time Olympic gold medal winner, 5-division world champion, current heavyweight champion,
Undisputed.
the GOAT herself,
Yes.
Claressa Shields.
Whoop, 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 whoop. That's me.
So, Claressa, how are you taking in this Hall of Fame weekend?
It has been great the past 2 days that I've been here. The fans and everybody embraced me. I signed I don't know how many autographs I've taken. I don't know how many pictures, but it was just this big when I came here back in 2016 after I won my second Olympic gold medal. And I got to ride in the cars and be with Amir Khan and Jerry Cooney. It was really, really big, and it's still big now.
And you got a couple of things coming up. The first thing, this coming Monday, the BET Awards. You were the first female boxer nominated for Sportswoman of the Year.
I think I was the first woman boxer nominated for that award.
Well, that's what I've seen some of the newspapers write, so that's
Yeah,
what I'll go with.
I seen that, but then I seen a fan say Layla Ali got nominated one time. So I didn't do my research on it, but I am probably the first woman boxer to be nominated for that award, Sportswoman of the Year for the BT.
And you got a world title fight coming up. You're defending your belts on
July
July 26th
in Detroit
with Lani Daniels.
versus Lani Daniels. Yes.
And what could you say about your upcoming opponent?
You know, I think that Lani Daniels is very, very tough. As we've seen tonight, these bigger girls are not coming and mess around. I mean, you seen that Ortiz was a no-name, and she came in here tonight and had a judge give her a draw versus Franchon Cruz, who's reigning champion for I don't know how many years. So now that I have this fight with Lani Daniels, she may not be known, but she is very, very tough. She's coming in with 2 belts at light heavyweight. She has rebuilt herself over the past couple years, and she's very confident that she can dethrone me and that I'm at the wrong weight class. So I look forward to fighting against her, America versus New Zealand, and, you know, just representing my country and, you know, beating her. You know, I think I can knock all these girls out up at heavyweight, 168, even up at 160 now that I'm turning my punches over. So I just look forward to having a great fight with her and just to 19,000 up at Little Caesars Arena.
Now, is it sometimes tough for you when people don't take the fights that seriously because your level of skill is so far above?
Who don't
Most
take it seriously?
Well, they look at you as such a big favorite, almost like when Mayweather fought. Immediately see a fight on paper, everyone's like, oh, Mayweather's taking this. When they see you against someone, they're like, Claressa Shields all day. They don't give the opponent any hope of a chance.
Well,
But I know you don't see the opponents like that because you always have to be on point.
Yeah, listen, I think everybody takes the fight serious, and that's why we're going to have 19,000 in the house, and we had 6,000 in Flint, and we had 12,000 last time I fought with millions watching on DAZN. Women's boxing is steady growing. You know, I think that people have all these different opinions about the weight classes in women's boxing, and from what I've heard is that, oh, the bigger you are, the less skilled you are, and I'm kind of laughing at that because I was pound for pound number 1 when I was at 54. I was pound for pound number 1 when I was at 160, pound for pound number 1 up at 168, and now I'm still currently pound for pound number 1 at 175 pounds. So what does that mean? You know, I can't get mad at myself because I have great skills and good power and defense. You know, it's my opponent's job to get ready for a fight against me and to figure out how do you disrupt my game plan, how do you disrupt beating me. So I'm always going to be happy that I'm the favorite and that I win, and that, you know, it's been times when I wasn't the favorite versus Christina Hammer, versus Nikki Adler, and versus Savannah Marshall. I wasn't the favorite, but I came out on top and I won. So I think with that people tune into the fights to see me fight, and hopefully the girls that I'm fighting against can bring a good fight to me. But me and my team have done nothing but try to make the best fights. You know, this fight was not supposed to be Lani Daniels. We called out Hannah Gabriels again, even after she dropped her PEDs. We called her out again to have another fight, and she turned us down and said she wanted to fight at 160. So what can I do? I'm trying to make the best fights, and we went to the second best, which was Lani. She got 2 belts. And I think that she's not a pushover. You know, women's boxing needs to do better at building their own brands, but I think she's going to bring something to the table, and I'm going to bring what I always bring to the table, that dog, and I'm going to beat her ass.
Now, you've been able to carve out your own brand. Do you think that's a problem that some of the other female fighters haven't been able to do what you've done with, you know, on your own, building up whether it's social media, you're always at all the events, you're out there, you're talking with the fans, you're doing the interviews, and it doesn't seem like a lot of the other female fighters put in that much dedication to their career as far as putting their brand out there, putting their name out there.
Well, do you want to be a superstar now? Not.
Exactly.
And that's my question. And you know, we can't box forever. So after I'm done with boxing, what will live on forever is my brand. And I've learned that from just watching Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali no longer boxes. He has passed away. He's with the Lord. But his interviews, his brand, his boxing, his motivation lives throughout time and it'll never die. And that's the effect that I want to have. And I'm starting to have that effect on people. You know, with the biopic, The Fire Inside coming out, everybody is just very, very drawn to me and they understand me more. And they understand that, look, I'm just a girl who loves boxing. It's not nothing personal to, you know, to make the men upset. I mean, I box better than a lot of them, but hey, it's not to make them upset. I'm just a girl who love boxing and boxing changed my life. But my brand will take me further than what my career will because women's boxing don't get equal pay like the men. So hopefully one day I can make 10 million. But right now I'm at 1 million, 1.5, 2. And then hopefully I can get it to 10, 20, and 15, 50. But right now we're just working our way up. And I think that my brand will help me get those numbers.
There's a big women's event coming up on July 11th.
Mhm.
Women's fights, a lot of key fighters outside of yourself on that card from top to bottom. Several fighters you've had words with that are on that card.
Is it?
A couple.
Oh,
A couple.
no.
And I know there's been some, I've seen you get upset on social media recently surrounding that event. What exactly took place with you wanting to attend there that I know that really pissed you off?
Well, first off, let's just start with Terrence Crawford comes to my fight. Me and my team accommodate him. He's pound for pound #1 man fighter in the world. He comes to my fight. He's treated like a champion. All the fights that I've been to with Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor, I paid for on my own dime, my own time. And I was ranked #1 then. Before it to be tickets, oh, we're gonna give you tickets. We're gonna make sure that you're good, whatever, whatever. And then for the asshole Nikisa to come and say, oh no, we're inviting Remy Ma and you can't come. And it's like, first of all, rather you guys give me tickets or not, I can go wherever I want to go, no matter who's there. So let's get that understood. And then the thing is, why are they always hating on me when it was like, listen, I'm gonna come to the event whether y'all give me tickets or not. I've been at the last 2, 3 events that y'all had and y'all didn't give me tickets. I purchased my own tickets. So I think with them, it's just like a bunch of hateration going on. And I have nothing against any of the girls who are fighting. They have that great stable of women fighters, but they don't have the GWOT. And that is not a problem for me. Look, I am okay with cheering for whoever is fighting, like I've always been at the fights with, you know, I think Amanda tweeted something when I had my little stuff going on social media. She said drama, drama, drama. And what I want to say to her is Katie, Katie, Katie. So she better focus on her fight before she loses again and be 0-3 versus Katie. Same thing with Alicia Baumgartner. Focus on y'all fights. Focus on what y'all got to do. Because I'm not wishing on y'all downfall like they wishing on mine. They all teamed up and said, we're going to do everything in our power to try to downplay Claressa Shields, downplay my accomplishments, downplay my victories, talk about my weight. They're just a bunch of haters. And that's why I literally just, one, I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not going to the event July 11th. They can have that to themselves. I'm not going where I'm not appreciated and where I'm not accepted at. Everywhere else, I can go to the Canelo fight, Terrence Crawford fight, Shakur Stevenson fight, and I am accommodated and I am taken care of. So therefore, if they feel like being pound for pound #1 woman fighter in the world, and I have to be treated like that, I don't have to go. But July 12th, I will be front row and center when Shakur fights against Zepeda
at the Ring 3 event in Queens.
There you go. So I'll be there. So it's nothing, I'm not upset at them or anything. It's just that they can't hide their hate for me anymore and they can't dim my light and they couldn't steal my brand of the GWOT. So now I'm enemy #1 when enemy #1 of them should be their opponents, not me. And if I was to ever fight any of them, they all know I would beat them. So it's best that they stay at whatever weight classes is down there and stay far away from me.
If your back was against the wall, Who do you think takes the trilogy, Serrano or Taylor?
I'm not gonna lie to you. I think Katie has cracked the code to Amanda Serrano. I think Amanda has the punching power, but this is my thing. If you don't go back and you don't watch the film and you don't understand that whatever you're doing, the judges don't like, and you're not willing to change it, you're gonna keep fighting the same, and you're gonna lose again.
And two women that you're familiar with, one more than the other, Savannah Marshall and Shadaysha Green.
Oh my God, I forgot that fight was even happening. There's been not enough noise about it. Oh Lord. Um, hmm. I mean, the way Shadaysha Green was jumping up and down when Savannah beat French on and was like, oh, I get my shot at the titles now. You know, hopefully she can go in there and get it done. I mean, I think she got better skills, but she's also a punk. So once Savannah hit her with those big old strong punches, Shadaysha's gonna curl and turn into a little bitch.
You've been in the ring with Savannah. Is her punching power rated properly?
Her punching power is definitely rated properly. Yeah, and that's why I'm kind of scared for Shadaysha. Keep your hands up, girl. Move your head. Move like the goat, and you'll probably last all 10. But if not, she gonna sleep you.
And you mentioned Terrence earlier, good friend of yours, a lot of respect between the two of you. He has a major assignment coming up, the biggest fight of his life, September. He's moving up 2 weight classes, 68, Canelo Alvarez. How does the GOAT see that fight?
Honestly, I feel like Canelo has he shows up when he wants to show up, but I think that Terrence Crawford is a dog. I think that he's a great fighter. He has good defense, good offense. The weight class may be a little challenging, but I don't think it'll be the decision maker of the fight. I think that Terrence Crawford is the better fighter, but I think that Canelo is like a legend. So I look forward to seeing the fight, and I'm going to pick Canelo. I'm going to pick Terrence Crawford. Sorry.
Okay.
I'm going to pick Terrence Crawford to win. I'm thinking about all this stuff. No, Terrence Crawford to win. It's going to be tough though. It's going to be tough, but I know that Terrence, he adapts. So if he loses the first 2 or 3 rounds, everybody gonna kind of be like, oh, Canelo has it, and then Canelo gets relaxed, and then all of a sudden Terrence comes with a right hand and a hook and puts you on your back. So I think that Terrence is very, very smart and he can figure it out.
Since Canelo is known as a slow starter, do you think Terrence has to start fast?
I think that Terrence has to hit Canelo to the body early, and then I think it'll be easier down the line. That's what I think.
And I know you're also a big fan of Keyshawn Davis, and you saw the big news today, and you were a little vocal about that on social media. And what's your take on what took place? Because you've always been on point with your weight.
Yeah. I love Keyshawn. He's young, and he's ambitious and confident. Hopefully this just I don't want to say humble, but calms him down a little bit and get him back on track. I mean, I'm I'm no I'm a person who's seen this time and time again. I had my home fight canceled because a coach got knocked out, and I remember being sick because the whole place sold out. I was supposed to make my first $650K. The fight got canceled. I didn't make a dime, and I remember just being sick, but I made weight. But I'm thinking of just the fight being canceled. But I think that since he didn't make weight, I think now moving forward he'll understand how important it is to make weight. And I think that Keyshawn will be champ again. He'll be champ again, but he just needs to just calm down a little bit and just kind of get back to the basics. And I think everybody gets into the antics of selling the fight, the trash talking and stuff. That's all good for ticket sales. It's good for TV. But you have to keep boxing in its own box and making weight goes in that box. So, yeah.
And in closing, anything that you want to say to your supporters and your haters?
Well, to my supporters, I love y'all so much. I like how y'all be fighting for me in the comments because I don't have time anymore with 1.4 million followers. See that? So I don't have time to fight with everybody no more who be hating. But to the haters, keep on hating, baby. I be laughing at y'all. I be DMing y'all telling you block, and then I block you. Because guess what? Don't bring your insecurities over here on me. Okay? I'm happy over here. I'm living my life. I'm winning. I'm rich. I'm fine as hell. And I'm going to keep getting money no matter what y'all comments say. So keep it up.